if it's what I want to do.
Hello, what I'm in, nice to meet you. Got some questions I'm wondering, can you answer like...
What's up YouTube, Dan here, and welcome to a new episode of my Real Madrid career mode series. So this is episode number 10, also part 2 of the transfer window as well. So as well as having the transfer window in today's episode, we do have a game up against S1E10, and that follows with a Spanish Cup game up against Betis, and then a league game up against Real Betis, and then believe it or not, a second leg up against Real Betis. So it should be a really great episode. Sadly, I do actually sim the Spanish Cup because I'm not really interested in it, and it's kind of a bit boring playing them 3 times. So we're going into the transfer window as I said, and we're having a look at Strootman now. I'm also trying to sell Modric as well. You're going to see a lot of things revolving around Modric in today's episode, and the game's also exciting as well. There's a lot of goals to come in today's episode, and a massive thank you for all the support on the first episode of the transfer window as well. It was around about 20 minutes as well, so it did take a long time to render, and all your support is much appreciated. So going into our first game in today's episode, it's going to be up against S1E10. So I think they're around about 7th. You're going to see the league table in a moment, but the question of the day for today's episode is going to be, so obviously you can transfer stuff from Foot 14 Ultimate Team on current generation to next gen, but sadly you can't actually do that with career mode. So my question today for today's episode is going to be, what career mode do you want me to do on next gen? So I don't think I'll be getting next gen until around about December. I don't know yet, but it depends on if the game looks really good. But if you guys wanted to see next gen and I like the sound of next gen, I'll probably get it in the end. But anyway, into this game against S1E10 quickly, just on the gameplay front. This game was kind of boring in the first half, but just suddenly this game just turned into life in the second half, so look forward to that. So as I said, what career mode do you want me to do in FIFA 14, obviously next gen career mode? And I'm really thinking about Arsenal, because I know MGH does Arsenal, obviously everyone does, and obviously he'll be starting a new one as well, so I don't know if he'll continue with Arsenal, and if he doesn't, I will do Arsenal career mode, because I've always wanted to do Arsenal, and I've not really supported them, but I've always liked them. I've always looked out for them, kind of always looked at their results as well. It's always been probably my favourite team in the BPL, maybe not my favourite BPL team, but anyway, we actually conceded a goal there. I don't know how the hell he scored that, because Nacho Fernandez had that all in control. Look, he's just directly on the ball, but suddenly he just comes out of nowhere and scores the goal. And look at this again, my defence is all over the place. He takes advantage of that, and Pizzi with a great bit of play there and a great shot into the back of the net to make it 2-0. Just suddenly from dominating this game, really not dominating, but we had a lot of shots in the first half, just to conceding 2 goals in about 4 minutes or 5 minutes in this game. It's just, I was really on the back foot in the second half, but Gareth Bale actually gets their own goal here with some great pace and some great strength, holding off the defence and getting 1 goal back. That's his 10th goal in all competitions, and hopefully he can score, kind of get to around about 25 goal mark, because I really started to enjoy this Real Madrid team. It's a great team to use, and hopefully I can do around 2 seasons, and hopefully in the second season hopefully win the Champions Cup, and even the the Spanish Cup, and also the Liga BBVA as well. So into the last couple of minutes, are we going to get a second goal back and hopefully get a draw out of this game, because we can't lose points, because there's only a couple of points behind Barcelona, and we're actually 5th in the league, which shows that it's so tough at the top of the league. So we really need to pick up the wins, but sadly we actually lose that game 2-1. So we've got to move on, and we're going to try and buy some more players before the end of the transfer window. So we actually get an offer here from Barcelona for Sergio Ramos, and I just love watching Sergio Ramos in real life. He's kind of dirty, but still really good, a really good defender at the same time as well, and he's just such a great defender in my opinion, probably my favourite defender, and I've probably said that already in the season, in this series. But I actually camped off for, I think it's around 62 or 72 million, which is insane. That just shows I'm never going to sell him, because why the hell would Barcelona ever want Sergio Ramos? Because not only do Barcelona not really like him, but they've already got PK, they've got Bartra, they've got Puyol. I just don't see the logic in that. Maybe if he went to Man City, I would kind of just move on with that, but if he went to Barcelona, I don't see the point in that. But anyway, we are still on the front of seeing if Luka Modric will go to Borussia Dortmund. You can see his form is bad, and he's unhappy at the squad, so it's kind of the right time to sell him, and he's still worth around about 20 million, but you can see here, actually offered around about, I think it's 5 million plus Modric to Strootman. That actually adds up to around about 20 million, and you're probably thinking, I slightly overpaid, but the thing is, the wage budget on my team is incredibly low, and Modric is on around about 150,000, I think, and Strootman only has around about 80,000, so it's kind of saving a lot of money, and that's all good for the team. So we're actually going into this sim game up against Betis. You're going to see I'm actually going to play the league game, and if I did actually get a good result from this game, I was actually going to sim the second leg as well. We actually get 1-1, and I was feeling quite confident after this game, because I think we're not going to chuck it away in the second leg. So we actually do get an offer here from Sergio Ramos, not from Sergio Ramos, from Man City for Sergio Ramos, 86 rated and 27 years old, and again I just rejected it because I'm not selling Sergio Ramos anytime soon. I kind of stalled that Modric deal because it was a good offer, but I'm kind of in the middle of trying to sign Strootman. I don't know what happened to my voice there, but anyway, we're going to get an offer there from, I think it's Tottenham for Costa, and again, no way I'm going to sell him because he's my backup striker, and sometimes when he's in good form, he can be better than Balotelli, in my opinion. But at the moment, Balotelli is doing a lot for this team, really enjoying using him as well, and he's really proved to be a fantastic signing for the team. So going into our second game of today's episode, it's going to be up against Real Betis, and they're actually 10th in the league at the moment, so this is a great goal, by the way. Kind of spoiled it, but just a great movement there from Gundogan and Diego Costa. It really proves to be a great goal there to make it 1-0 after 4 minutes. That is his 8th goal in all competitions as well, so not doing too bad this season, and considering he was actually out injured for a couple of months as well, maybe a month or so, and he's actually done really well since his injury. So we're actually 1-0 at this point, a really poor shot there from Castro, who proves to be one of the best players in my opinion. So going into half time now, and we're going to make a couple of substitutions. So I was actually rocking out the 4-2-3-1. It was kind of working. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, as you saw from the last game up against Espanyol when I changed the formation towards the end of the game. But you can see Arbeloa, he's actually my preferred right back at the moment because he isn't as attacking as Carvio. I really enjoyed Arbeloa, and I have really no intentions of buying a new right back because why would I? He's actually a great player in my opinion. He's really solid and doesn't get forward too much either. So I don't know what the hell is going on with my defence here. And a great goal there to make it, I think it's 1-1 at this point, and Castro had the goal there to make it 1-1. So in the 76th minute, he made it 1-1. So I need to get it going in these last couple of minutes. Gundogan with some great pace going past the defender, some great skill moves as well, and a great ball into the box. What a fantastic ball that is. And Balotelli's waiting at the back post to put that into the back of the net and make it 2-1. So he seems to be the player that's always scoring these late goals. Really good for the team as well, getting all these 3 points as well. And he's proved to get a lot of points for this team, also in the Champions Cup as well, if you remember back to Arsenal and also PSG as well. So we actually end up winning that game 2-1, another important 3 points. So we're going to finish off this episode with obviously the transfer window and sim game up against Betis as well. So you can see they're getting some scout reports there for Kevin Strootman. And also just remind you of the question of the day, which is what career do you want me to do on next gen? Leave that in the comment section below. I love all your comments, I love reading through them all and replying to as many as I can, even if Google does screw us up sometimes. But anyway, we're going into our last game of today's episode, and obviously we actually signed Strootman towards the end of today's episode. That is going to be probably our biggest signing so far this transfer window. I have not really too many intentions of buying any new players, so it's actually a good solid player to buy. But if you have enjoyed today's episode, remember to leave a like on the video, and also you can subscribe for more FIFA 14 videos, and you can also watch my previous video if you missed it already. So also follow me on Twitter if you haven't already, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.